This episode is brought to you by BetUS.com. Life is back on, sports bettors, and BetUS has your MLB, NHL, NBA, UFC, PGA, and yes, NFL betting lines up for their 27th year and live betting on all of it. Log in to BETUS.com or call 800-792-3887. That's 800-79-BET-US. BetUS for 125% bonuses with the promo code DSP125 or 200% bonuses using crypto with the promo code DSP200. Customer service pros are ready to get your phone, social, and online sports betting kickoff started now. Play with the proven mainstay in the industry. BetUS. You bet, you win, you get paid. BetUS.com. Today's episode is brought to you by the Highlands Performance Golf Center, North Dallas's premier golf practice facility with over 65 grass tees, 2 practice putting surfaces, a short game area, and an 18-hole mini golf course. With covered and heated tees, it's the best place to practice your game year-round. The Highlands Performance Golf Center is located in Carrollton on Trinity Mills, in between Marsh and Midway. Give them a call at 972-733-4111 or check them out on the web at highlandspgc.com. Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast. Live from Tailgaters in Plano, as we are each and every Wednesday night, 6:30 p.m. sharp, or whenever Bus shows up.
He got here early tonight.
He did. He was ready to go before me because I left stuff at home.
He must have hit balls this morning.
He had to have hit his balls this morning. 65-cent wings, all the cold beverages, little heart desires. Get on out here to Tailgaters on Ohio Drive in Plano. Hang out with us for the next hour and talk some golf, do some shots, have some drinks, and just hang out. It's a good time here. We got a full bar here, lots of stuff happening. I, of course, am your illustrious host, IndyCar Tim, and this week I am joined by the Shane Lowry and Ian Poulter of the show.
Shane? Oh, I got to be Shane, clearly. Damn, another fat joke, too. Back-to-back weeks, another fat joke.
No, you just hit it. You just hit it better than me. I just
Shane
that's
Lowry.
right.
Because I'm a Strixon guy. Is that why?
Yeah, that's right. That's
Greg
it.
says close the shade.
We can't, Greg. There's no shade.
Well, we've been trying to get a banner, but the business manager obviously is not on point.
Yeah, I don't know who that is. Who holds that title?
Anything to get rid of this.
Is that Greg? Tell Greg to buy some banner.
Yeah.
We need a Highlands banner behind us is what we need for this show.
That's right.
We have one, actually. So
well, there you go.
Yeah.
I don't know what the holdup is, boys. Good things happening in the world of golf as the Sanderson Farms Championship was this past weekend. We talked about it a little bit, previewing it last week on last week's show. And Johnny, we won't get into your picks until a little bit later, if indeed you want to get into your picks a little bit later.
You know, so I'm not a quitter.
You're not.
It was a rough week last week, but you know, hey, listen, that's why there's a lot of weeks in the year.
Mama Gerber didn't raise a quitter.
Mama Gerber is
She raised a better.
Yeah, she
She know about that? Should I not have mentioned that on the air?
She's watching the show, so it's probably the last time I'm going to be on.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Well, no one saw Nick Watney coming. Nick Watney had to double take it when I saw him.
Well, he didn't win.
The golf tournament. I know, but I'm saying I had to is that really Nick Watney?
Yeah, he's not
good for him.
Well, he's had 7 strains of Covitas.
Oh, my
he was the first Covitas, and you know, hey, listen, it's good to see him back, right? He's one of the good guys on the tour, man. So it's good to see him play a little bit better. That's great.
So Sam Burns at 5 under, 1 shot better than Cameron Young and Nick Watney, as apparently Bus's new favorite golfer on the tour. Mm-hmm. And Burns was joined by a host of people there that final round that had never won, that were looking to win their first tournament. But Burns ended a trend in which 6 of the last 7 winners of the Sanderson Farms Championship captured their first PGA Tour title, and we almost had that, if not for Sam Burns.
Yeah, it was one of those weeks last week that I looked at some kind of first-time winners and guys that were really looking to make a mark, and that's what that tournament holds, with the exception of Sergio, you know, winning last year. That's one of those tournaments that kind of want to get those guys to kind of make their mark a little bit and get the season off right. And it gives, like I said, it gives a lot of opportunities to guys that they're getting their card for the first time, and give them some great opportunities. And again, this week it allows the opportunity to some of those guys also.
Yeah. Get those paychecks early, get those FedEx Cup points or points towards keeping your card for the year 2022 early in these events when no one's playing.
Yeah. So Burns really was mistake-free until it didn't matter too much there on Sunday. He ran off 3 straight birdies, seized control on Sunday, closed with a 5 under 67 there at the Country Club of Jackson to win by 1. on Friday afternoon. So I like Sam Burns.
I mean, Friday afternoon.
Second win. Sunday afternoon. Sorry.
Yeah, so a little cool backstory is Travis Perkins is Sam Burns' caddy. Travis Perkins grew up in Columbus. Really good friend. He's a little bit younger than I am, but I've known Travis for a long time. Travis played the PGA Tour for 2 years. Do you know Travis Buss from Columbus?
I don't recognize the name.
Yeah, so he played it. He grew up in went to Galena, and he played at Florida Southern.
Oh, okay.
But he played the tour for 2 years.
Yeah.
Right. So now he caddied. He's been on the tour as a caddy. He caddied for Brandt Snedeker a lot. So he's got a lot of great experience. But you look at a guy like that has PGA Tour experience for 2 years. He's revered as caddies. Like, hey man, he's the best player as a caddy. And Sam Burns will tell you, he's like, listen, if we go play golf 10 times, Travis Perkins is going to beat me 5 out of 5 times.
There's a lot of those guys.
Yeah, there's a lot of those guys, right? So, having that experience as a player helps Sam Burns. Sam Burns is one of those guys that's going to break out this year. When you win once,
agree.
When you win once, you're going to win, a lot. He's just giving that confidence. In a little bit backstory, Sam Burns was on the same LSU team as Curtis Thompson, who's the kid that I knew and taught for a long time down in South Florida, who just qualified for the PGA Tour. So he's in the field this week and played last week. So like I said, guys like that have the confidence like Sam Burns. You win once, those floodgates open a little bit.
He's a young guy's name to circle for 2022 for sure. I feel like he's going to be a big one, like a really big one. And then Cameron Young finished second, right? One shot.
Man, and I was pulling for Cameron Young till he had that. Where'd he hit that clunker out of the bunker into the fairway bunker? And I'm trying to remember what hole that was.
Clunker out of the bunker.
Yeah. Was it 14?
Yeah, it was late in the round.
Yeah, no, it was late. It was late. But then he had to make that 4 or 5 foot putt for bogey.
Right.
I think that was 14, and he was kind of out of
it. I was really pulling for Watney, honestly. That's a guy who was.
See, I don't know him. I'm not.
Well, see, that's the thing. We're talking like, I don't know. It's been 10 years, maybe 10 years.
He played in President's Cup. He played in President's.
Yeah, the guy who was on the scene young 10 years ago, and then disappeared for the last at least 5 years.
Yeah, he's had some injuries. I think the guy. I mean, he's a California guy. He's had some injuries. He's a guy that he won the. Did he win the FedEx Cup? No. Did he win the FedEx Cup?
Maybe so. Yeah. Like I said, he was a big time player.
Yeah. No, he was good. I mean, he's played on some
off the map
tournament teams, and whatever happens, and whether he had injuries and things like that, it just goes to show you how fickle the game of golf is. You could be great. You could be great 1 year, and then something happens. It's hard.
It is very tough.
It's hard. It's hard. So. Hey, it's good to see. Obviously, it's good to see Sam Burns, and it's good to see Nick Wagney and some of these. Cameron Young. I know you guys dog cussed me when I picked him for finishing the top 10 or 10 in the U.S. Open. I remember that.
It was a stretch.
Yeah, it was a little stretch, but that's another name that you got to look for. That Cameron Young has got a great opportunity this year, having full status on the PGA Tour. That's going to make some waves, I think.
Any just absolute surprises out of last weekend from anybody that you saw?
No, not really. I mean,
kind of was what it was, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those events. I think this week, next week, the next few events before the kind of little 2 or 3 week, whatever the down season is for the holidays, you're gonna see some of these guys who kind of resurrecting their career.
Right.
Yeah.
Young guys coming up, maybe you've never heard of, but you've heard of.
Yeah.
You're gonna see that. This is what you're gonna see in the next 6 weeks of the PGA Tour season. And it's great. Listen, it's great. I mean, you're going to see some rising superstars, and you're going to see some guys that, hey, man, they worked their ass off, and they got some great opportunities and coming.
Yeah, guys who were up there in the past, grinding, fell off the map. A guy like Kyle Stanley, I mean, he had quite nice two years and then just disappeared.
Yeah.
But, I mean, these are the events that those guys are going to be able to get in. And, I mean, basically a lot of these guys, let's not forget, a lot of these guys are playing for their card for next year already.
Hey, listen, golf's got demons, man. But you still got to play golf. They don't know. The golf ball and the golf course doesn't know how old you are,
That's true.
how you swing it. It's just got a lot of demons, and it's this is a great season that I like because, like I said, there's a lot of backstories and a lot of stories here that I like.
No, and it was a fun weekend. The weather held up nicely. I don't know that Jackson, Mississippi is known as a hot spot for golf in the PGA, is it?
I wouldn't think so, no.
Or Mississippi, the state in general.
I would agree.
It's more known for things not golf, but, backyard wrestling.
Yeah, frog gigging or frog sticking,
What is that?
That's
frog sticking?
It's popular. You don't know what that is?
Frog stick? No, I don't know what frog sticking is.
Frog gigging is what it's called.
Gigging.
But they also call it sticking.
They do?
Yeah.
Is that when you lick the frog?
No. That is no.
You ever have frog legs?
Yeah. I love frog
I
legs.
do too. Fried?
Chicken fried frog legs.
Howdy.
They do not have those at Tailgaters in Plano.
Well, they might.
They do have 50-cent wings.
They do have 65-cent wings.
65-cent wings here tonight.
These wings are way better than 50-cent wings.
Yes,
you don't want if somebody's selling wings for 50 cents, you don't want them. They're devaluing them based on the price.
That's right.
65 is as low as you should go on your wings, and you should be proud of those. So Johnny, you want to review your picks? Are we there?
Well, last week or
I think we should.
I guess that's it.
Do I really want to talk about this?
Yeah,
I think we have to.
We got time. We kind of have
this
to.
will only make it better for when you dial it in. It takes a little bit. It's hard,
and it's only fair. It's only fair. I'm going to gloat on my
Takes a
wins, and I'm gonna it's the first week of the year, and again, it's a little bit of a crapshoot when it comes to this event. Crapshoot's not the wrong way to say right way to say it, but listen, we had Charlie Hoffman. It was my first pick last week. He finished T39. Keegan Bradley was my second pick last week. He missed a cut.
MC Hammer.
Yep. Kevin Streelman had a great opportunity the first 2 days, and then, like I said, it's one of those guys that he's made $30 million playing golf, but how many times is going to pick him to win? It's great. He's a Matt Kuchar of golf, right? The guy's made $100 million, and how can you bet him? It's great. Good for him. So he finished T31, and then Kevin Mitchell. Keith Mitchell, I call him Kevin just because he shows up every once in a while, missed a cut. So, it was a first week of the year. Don't judge me, guys who are following me on Twitter, playing my pets, playing my picks. Don't judge me on the first week. Judge me on the full scale of the year. But I feel really good this week. This week we'll go into a little bit later. It's a little bit more of a star-studded field. A lot of guys like to go to Vegas, right, and play in this event, which is cool.
It's a special event. This is if you go way back, this was Tiger Woods' first win.
Are we getting into the Sanderson now? Is that what you guys? I mean, the Sanderson. Is that what y'all are doing?
No. We're recapping the picks from last week, but we're talking a little bit about TPC Summer in Las Vegas.
This is Shriners. This is Shriners.
I mean, okay? Can we do our sponsor for our picks real quick before we get into the Shriners?
Please.
By the way, there's a lot of mistakes on your run sheet. You'll see. Like I forgot to change that to the Shriners.
Oh, I see.
These are also Johnny's picks from the week before.
That's right.
So I forgot to I copy and pasted, and then I forgot to change. Thank
you for the host.
I was busy today, man.
This is what happens to the host.
By the way, Johnny's Bets brought to you by BetUS, the 3-decade leader. BetUS. Join now for 125% bonus or a 200% bonus with crypto. Use promo codes DSP125 for a cash bonus or DSP200 for a crypto bonus. Bet sports, casinos, horses, pop culture, and more at betus.com. BetUS.com. You bet, you win, you get paid. BetUS.com. So let's move into the Shriners Children's Hospital Open situation. As where's that played at, boys? I don't have that on my sheet.
It's in Vegas.
Summerlin.
It's in Vegas.
Well, it was Vegas. I didn't know what course.
Is TPC Las Vegas different than Summerlin?
Yes, a million times different.
Sure.
Yeah, TPC Vegas is on Lake Las Vegas. So it's at TPC Summerlin. A little bit outside.
That's the one that I've
Par 71, if I'm not mistaken.
Par 71. This time of year, you're looking at it's a big elevation. It's a big elevation. Those guys are bombing it. Hopefully, they have an opportunity to get some little spotty weather, right? But no, it's warm. It's elevated. Those guys are hitting the long way, man. So it's a great opportunity for some of those guys. I looked at the field this week, and it's funny how I looked at it. And when it changed to the fall of the new schedule, not to the end of the schedule, it's amazing to me how many top name players are playing now.
Oh yeah, there are
that are playing now, as opposed to 3 years ago when it was like an end of the year event.
Yeah,
all the guys made their money. The new season started again, like in January. Now it's starting at the beginning. So some of these big names that are playing, it's like, wow, why is he playing?
Yeah, lots of
He's
them.
playing. Really, he's playing. And a little bit the draw. Oh, obviously it's Vegas, right? And they're having some fun and things like that. But it was just super cool what I saw some of these big name players that are playing now, because it's kind of the start of the year as opposed to the end of the year when all these big name players already made their money.
Right.
So
this is a course that I particularly like. This one, I don't know why. It just seems to set my eye. I mean, the greens are huge. It's long, but the elevation change is so significant. I mean, you can hit it a long way out there. And I just feel like it's one of the it's a course that's set up for score. I think we'll see really low scores.
Yeah,
the weather's good. It's fun to see.
So
guys.
what like really low? What's your projection?
It's going to be 20.
Oh, I would say 20. Yeah,
20
at
and
least
25.
25.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. And here, listen, it's actually kind of a little cool golf course, because even though it's in the desert and you have some elevation, it's a little tree lined, right? It's not like a typical desert golf course. There's no trees, so it gives you some routing.
Right.
So there's some tree line routing around that golf course that the guys like. So you got to shape it a little bit, and that's the cool part about Summerlin. But like I said, like this part is all the guys like to go to Vegas for obviously a lot of reasons.
Right.
But now that the PGA Tour season, that tournament is not at the end; it's at the beginning. And you're seeing some big names that want to go to Vegas, make some money, get some points, so they can kind of maybe relax a little bit during the off season with the family and
right.
in the holidays. So
this course definitely sets up for the bomber or the longer hitter. There's no doubt.
Okay.
I mean, well, I feel like we get a nice variety on the tour. Maybe not so much variety. There's only so many short, narrow ones that we play, like Colonial or like. So one in South Carolina, Harbor Town.
Yep.
We only have a couple of them, but this one in particular does favor the guy that hits it longer than someone else.
Well, even the short hitters hit a little bit longer in Vegas,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because of elevation. Mm-hmm. So it goes, it's, I don't know if it's like 20% like you're playing in Colorado and some of those, but it's 10%.
Oh yeah,
sure.
at least 10%.
Right. Yeah. So Bus and I used to play a nice tournament with one of the greatest golf pros ever in the country, Bruce Soulsby. He used to hold a golf tournament out there, and we used to play Cascada and play an event in the fall. And it was always a fun deal. And it's about this time of year. It's actually after this event, because we didn't want to coincide.
Yeah, yeah.
So we'd have 32 to 60 guys,
great.
and it was Christmas. And Bruce, I love him to death, and he's one of my favorite people in the world. And he set it up to it was great, but you could see how far the ball would fly
forever. Give you nice confidence going into the winter in Ohio.
yeah, right. Right.
So you get back down to sea level and you're not killing it anymore.
Right. So, listen, it's going to be it's a fun week. Expect low scoring this week from some guys. Like I said, there's I kind of did my picks on not really high profile guys, but I did my picks with some guys that, hey, they might be in the form a little bit, but I think they want to get a head start on the year.
So I had a couple of points here, a couple of guys to watch out for. Johnny, one of my guys is actually on your list for your picks. We'll get into that here shortly. The first guy I had on here though was Brooks Koepka, as I want to know which Brooks Koepka is going to show up. Will it be the Ryder Cup Brooks Koepka?
That's Vegas.
Because Brooks Koepka, boys, over his last 16 starts, by the way, he's making his 2021-2022 PGA Tour debut in this tournament. He's played 16 tournaments worldwide in 2021. He's missed the cut, withdrawal, or finished in the top 6 in 12 of them. So it's one or the other. It's top 6 or missing the cut.
I'm having a feeling like his give-o shit-o-meter is not very high.
I don't think he's played this event before, has he?
Not that I saw.
Yeah, I don't think he's played here before. I think he wants to get a little bit of reps. I think he wants to have a little vacation, to be honest with you. I think it's going to be one of those deals that
but you're not going to go to it. I mean, especially somebody like Brooks, you're not just going to go to the tournament and go through the motions, right?
Nah, not true. You don't know Brooks Koepka?
He's a little different.
He always says, hey, man, I don't really give a shit about regular PGA Tour events. He's all about
but that's when he plays his best.
Well,
plays his best in majors.
When he doesn't care.
Yeah.
So he's there to have a good time.
I think he's there to have a good time.
He's there to drink.
Yeah,
Should we go out to Vegas?
I think he wants to have a fiesta a little bit.
Should we do a spontaneous from the rough from the course in Vegas? You want to fly out there this weekend on Sunday? Maybe we can get Brooksy on.
Maybe.
The other guy that I wanted to look out for was Webb Simpson.
I got him in my book.
And you've got him in your top 10.
I do.
Go over those shortly.
Yep.
He's kind of had a down 2021 by his standards. He's number 24 in the world golf rankings right now. It could be his worst year in ranking in 4 years. But he gets a fresh start on a course that he knows well. He's third in strokes gained over the last 10 years of this course. And he's finished in the top 10 of this tournament each of the last 4 years.
And you look at a guy like that. Here's why I look at that guy. He's going to play the next 3 or 4 weeks.
Yeah.
And here's why. He's got 100 kids. Like, no, seriously. He's got 6 kids, right?
More than me? I have 6.
No, there's no one have more than you.
That's right.
So he's going to play the next 3 or 4 weeks, and he takes this run off of like Thanksgiving to Christmas.
Yeah.
To have time with the family. You'll look at that stretch. He doesn't play a lot of golf,
right?
So he's that guy that, hey man, I want to get up on the game before get this holiday season so I can spend time with the family. Not saying he's not playing and practicing. He just that's his deal, and that's great. So you look for him in the next couple of weeks to play well. He's motivated just to kind of get done and chill after that. So it's a great pick. I don't think he can win. I don't think he's playing enough. I think he's a little disappointed. He didn't get picked in the Ryder Cup.
Right.
But maybe that's to the point where he's motivated, right?
Yeah, that should motivate him for sure.
But this is not really the time to get him motivated. Like he's just there to get enough points to play a little bit and get a little ahead of the game. So I like the pick. Like I said, I didn't pick him to win, but I got him on my list.
Bus, any observations about?
It's funny, golf. I think it's funny to note that how golf's so much. It's changed so much from terms of like we're talking about Webb. He's in the top 25 of world golf rankings.
Yeah,
and we're talking about it like he's just like off the radar.
Right.
Like it's like
well,
to him, it's
though.
like, well, I know, and everybody has their own goals, and they want to be the best they can be. But I mean, man, we think we'd all like to be ranked 25th in the world, just ho-humming through everything with 12 kids.
And I probably could do that if I put my mind to it. I could be top 25 in the world.
What's
just
next,
amazing.
What's
those
next?
guys.
What's the next segment? What's the next segment?
Just amazing the tier level that you're just always trying to consistently achieve. You know, I mean, to be in the top 10 consistently, it's just so difficult.
I mean, that's true in every sport. You have certain teams or certain individuals in other individual sports that have their own standards who have performed well, or teams that have, been good. And, for some teams, let's say in the NFL, man, for some teams just making the playoffs, that's a win. That's a great franchise moment. But for other teams, if you don't win the Super Bowl, it's a lost season. So.
Well, you look at a lot of those guys. I look at like a Webb Simpson and a Matt Kuchar and some guys that the tour has changed so much in terms of how you can like be the best player in the world. Like you can't be the best player in the world being in the middle of the pack, averaging driving distance.
No.
It doesn't work that way. That doesn't mean you can't be super successful, make a lot of money, and be top 20, but you're never going to be the number 1 player in the world because you don't have a dominant skill set. You don't have a dominant skill. The best players in the world, and the game has changed. The number 1 players in the world, and you look at the top 5, they are in the top 25 in driving distance.
They're going to lead in a category like scoring, like or I'm not like strokes gained, like strokes gained putting, for example.
You can't be average in categories and be the number 1 player in the world. Like I don't think those guys is gold. Webb Simpson puts it in a category, and there's nothing wrong. Listen, I'm in that category, but I see their deficiencies, right? Matt Kuchar. Is Matt Kuchar any different than Webb Simpson? They're all kind of these guys that are really good players that know what they are, make $10 million a year playing golf, and they're content with being between 25 to 35 in the world and never losing their tour card, and they made $100 million playing golf. Not everyone has to be LeBron James, right? But
God, I hope not.
But you know what I'm saying? Not everyone can be LeBron James. No one ever can be the best player in their sport, but that doesn't mean you can't be pretty good.
Yeah.
And that's what Webb Simpson is. And that's fine. And it's more than fine. There's more Webb Simpsons than there is Tiger Woods or John Rahm or things like that have a dominant trait that can be the number one player in the world. It can dominate things.
Right.
Like you have to have something that dominates. It's better than you. And putting can only go so far, right? But it's usually driving distance. It's
Right.
usually you can dominate a golf course. Tiger was that way. Dustin Johnson. You look at these guys that are top players. John Rahm, they hit it. Rory, they hit it. They can dominate a golf course.
Yeah.
It's just they're never going to be that way. That doesn't mean they can't win. Webb Simpson won U.S. Open, but U.S. Open lends itself to accuracy, consistency, not domination.
Right.
Right. So, hey, I'm not good for Webb Simpson, man. He's got a big pocket, but he's one of those guys that listen. I appreciate his family life and things like that, but he's one of those guys that I don't think he can win on how motivated he is. But he's going to make some money in the next couple of weeks, and I'm going to pick him top 10, top 20.
Yeah, I think that's great. I think that, I mean, he, like I said, we were talking about him as he's ranked 25th, but like he's like off the map, and that's certainly not off the map. That's just, I mean, it's hard to be in the top 10, right? And then it's just extremely difficult to be in the top 5 unless you're dominating one of those categories.
Well, I mean, you got to be a pretty good golfer for them to name an entire tour series after you, right? I mean, the old web.com tour.
Oh, man. Just, yeah.
That's actually the funniest thing you said since the last time.
Since the last time I said something funny?
2 B's instead of 1 B, but
but he can't help if people spell his name wrong. You know what? I run into that all the time. Tim does not have 1 M; it has 2 M.
It has 2 M.
On both names.
Both names.
You know, I got cussed out about that. The DSP media cards. Why would you send that to him? You know, I got 2 M's.
Yeah, because it was wrong.
All right.
Just saying.
Yeah.
Let's go over Johnny's picks now for the upcoming Shriners Children's Hospital Open, brought to you by BetUS, betus.com. Johnny?
Here's where I'm at this week, guys. You want to get a theme song? I think you need to give me a theme song or something.
Oh, I don't know.
For your picks? Oh, no, I got one right here. You ready? Johnny's picks by BetUS.com.
Here we go.
Live to the border.
The first pick I got this week is AA Abraham Answer at 25-1. I think he's one of those. I think it's one of these opportunities, even though it's kind of a little bit of a stack field. Guys are playing a little bit better. I think he's kind of been practicing under the radar. He's going to get a little heads up on the game. He's at 25-1. He's my number one amigo this week, as you would say, as Abraham Answer.
I like Abraham Answer.
Yeah, I do too.
I'm fine with that pick. I like his odds there.
Yeah. And you didn't get the amigo part, right?
We did. We're listening to music too.
We're kind of rocking over here.
We're having a siesta over.
All right.
Some Match Game PM theme music.
Number 2 pick this week, and he doesn't know what amigo means, is Sung J M.
What would be the equivalent of amigo in his language, Johnny?
Bro?
Bruh?
Bro?
My number 2 pick is at 32-1 is Sung J M. He's one of those guys that if he misses a fairway or misses a green in 72 holes, it will shock the shit out of you. So that's where I got with that. Again.
Yeah, I like that pick too. I mean, he's a guy that no one knows, no one's going to recognize. I mean, but
I mean, there's a lot of Asians in Vegas, so he's going to just kind of blend in.
Wow. I didn't mean that.
So
I mean, on
if you see him at the casino,
he'll be playing backrack. He'll be playing backrack. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. Monkey or I don't know what they call it.
Yeah.
So it's just a little weird. A little weird.
I think he's just mad because of last week's picks, and now he's taking it out on Sung J M.
I'm trying to get these guys motivated, man. I mean, what the hell? So number 3, Joaquin Niemann at 45-1. I think he's a guy. It's a golf course that he's one of those guys who can really dominate. He gets it plenty far enough. It's an early season event for him. I think he's got a lot of opportunity. I think he's kind of a little bit motivated after the end of last year, and I think he's going to try to get some early points for the President's Cup. So that's where I'm looking at. My ham sandwich this week, Maverick McNeely. He's a local resident. He's at 60-1. Local resident. He knows the golf course probably better than anyone else.
And his first name is Maverick.
Maverick.
God, you cannot go wrong with your first name. I want to have another kid just so I can name him Maverick Goose Ham.
Yeah, his caddy's name is Goose.
No. No, it's not. Oh.
No, but
R.I.P.
that's where I'm at.
R.I.P.
So my top 10s this week. I didn't pick him to win because I think he had he's still a little hangover.
What were the odds for him to win?
Who? 60-1.
Your next one.
Oh,
Your
no, top 10.
I know.
Short odds.
Okay.
Short. So I didn't play him.
That makes sense. That makes sense.
So top 10, I like Victor Hovland at plus 255.
I think that's a safe lock of the night right there.
Yeah, top 10.
I like that.
But you don't know how his hangover is from the Ryder Cup. You know, how much he's been
No,
practicing.
not
He's
that.
a young kid.
I like his attitude. He's always smiling when you see him.
I like Victor.
I like him.
You know, like I said, he's a young kid, man. Does he want to have fun in Vegas? And you know, Ryder Cup, he's gonna get a lot of rah-rah. He wants to go out there and get some reps in.
I don't know. I feel like he's the different breed for the guys that age. I mean, like compared him to some of the U.S. guys in the same age.
How old is Hovland?
21.
20. Compare him to more.
He's 23.
He's 23.
Compare him to Morikawa, though.
I don't know. I feel like that guy.
Morikawa's a little bit there. Those old guys playing in that tournament in Vegas, they know his room number. They know a lot of numbers to get some Chiquitas up there to kind of. You know,
I only share this story because I think that this guy is opposite of all of our United States people in the same age group. Is because when we went to Colonial last year to watch golf, he had missed the cut. He'd missed the cut. We went on Sunday to watch, and he's still there on the putting green, grinding, practicing.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, well, it's just Sunday. You missed the cut. You could have got out of town on Friday.
It's the middle of the season.
I know. I'm just saying that I think he's a little bit different.
He's 23 years old.
I know. I'm saying
he's in Las Vegas.
Fort Worth provides some of the same.
He's in Las Vegas.
Some of the same lights.
All right.
As Vegas does. Right?
Okay.
There might be a few guys that get that. He might be one of those guys that get that early wake up call.
Okay. Well, we'll make this a little side wager then and see how he finishes.
All right.
I'm surprised you're so confident. Well, I mean, he's going to do. You know, the early wake up call means he doesn't make the cut.
No, he's
you know what that means.
He's talented enough to figure out a little bit to finish in the top 10,
okay.
right? Like he might just have that one night.
Yeah.
That hey, Sarah from San Bernardino makes that call. Her real name is Desiree.
Yeah, that's true.
They get that call in there, and they get.
I feel like you guys are divulging a very shady side of golf no one knows about.
Is it golf? So the second top 10,
leading into your next one, which is perfect. We know we don't have to worry about this guy staying out late. That's for sure.
No. Webb Simpson at top 10 at plus 240 is my second pick.
Webb's the kind of guy that he goes to Vegas and plays in this event. He gets room service and just stays in the room the entire time. Doesn't do anything.
Well, you think that he might just be that closet.
You're right. You never
that
know,
closet
I
cat.
just have a feeling like he's
wears like women's dresses and just put the lotion in the basket.
Get some rouge on you. No, Webb's the guy that's going to be hitting putts into his glass in the bedroom. That's
right. You want to think that. So top 20 here. I'm at. I like Mark Leishman at the first pick at finishing the top 20 at plus 270. He always kills me in the big events because I think he's a little bit of a coward. But in an event like this, he's having a little bit of fun. He always seems to flourish a little bit. He's hurt me a little bit on the big events, but I like him this week. It's a lax event. He's kind of chill, so it's an event that helps him. And guy who played good last week, he didn't win, finished in the top 20, and I think he's going to finish in the top 20 this week. It's a good opportunity for him to get some points. Is Luke List at plus 360.
I like Luke List too. By the way, speaking of guys who spell their names wrong, Mark Leishman.
Steve Champagne
spells Mark with a C.
M-A-R-C.
What is up with that?
I don't like that.
Who?
Who
does?
Mark Leishman.
He was given that name, and that was spelled for him. He doesn't technically spell it.
Well, you can change it. Trust me, I know.
I suppose
he's Australian.
So they don't have K's in Australia?
No, they're a little different.
Luke Longley was Australian. He had a K in Luke. They didn't spell it L. Oh, wait, maybe it was L-U-C. Oh, I think it was L-U-C.
I think it was.
So dang it, poor Australia doesn't have a K in their alphabet.
Luke List's a guy who's like older than I thought he was. I always feel
32?
Like he's like
he played
he's like
at Purdue.
36.
Yeah, played at Purdue.
No, he played at Vanderbilt.
Oh, he did. You're right. Well, that's
color. Well, that's the Purdue.
Well,
of
the colors
SEC.
are the same.
Well, the colors are the same.
It's the Purdue of the SEC.
Commodores, Boilermakers,
whatever.
Same, right?
Same, yeah. Different states. But anyway, I always felt like he was a younger guy, but no, he's an older guy.
I think he's an underachiever. He's an underachiever for sure.
He has 2 PGA Tour wins.
Does he?
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Luke Longley?
Like, surprised. No, not Luke Longley.
That'd be awkward.
Luke List.
Oh.
You guys just been around for a long time, but we forget that he's a little bit older.
So those are my picks for sponsored by who?
BetUS.com, the 3-decade leader in sports betting, boys.
So that's what I got this week for all the listeners and all the bettors out there for my picks. What do we got next, boys?
It's time for this. Unfortunately.
4.
And now, the Highlands Performance Golf Center in Carrollton, Texas presents Getting Out of the Rough on the From the Rough Golf Podcast.
4.
How are you, my brother?
Hey, Steve, how are you, man?
So sorry.
Good to see you. So getting out of the rough this week, I believe that Bus has a contribution for this segment.
Oh, I'm going to lead it off, huh?
Yeah, you
go
always
ahead.
lead it off.
Hey.
You have the best content. That's what
Yeah.
people need to hear.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm gonna bury my stuff
We
in
played the Northern Texas PGA Section Championship match play championship at Merido
Love
in
match
Carrollton.
At where?
It's Merido.
Where is that?
Carrollton,
You're not
Texas.
allowed in. Don't worry about it.
never know.
You will
You
never
would-
be there.
You would never know that it's sitting there unless you drive
Where
right
is it?
past it. It's
Don't worry about
Kelly
it. Don't worry about it.
and Beltline.
There's a golf course
Yes.
at Kelly. I grew up at Kelly and
There
Beltline.
is a golf course that sits back there behind the industrial
North side-
park.
the north side of
Across-
Beltline.
It's the yes.
I do know
that's
about
correct.
it. Yes, it's
sitting
on the
over
behind
there
all
in
the warehouses. and
That's
stuff.
correct.
All right, very good.
Match play championship, where it's an invitational only tournament. I was fortunate enough to finish in the top 32 for the season, qualified me for match play. So
Nice.
I'm in my first round match. We are on our 5th hole of the day. I have the tee because I won the last hole. Hit it right down the middle off this tee shot. Then we see the group in front of us drive out from the wilderness areas at Merido. If you don't know, if you missed the fairway, it's high, fescue, and it's tough to find. So we kind of waved to them like, sorry, we hit into you. Obviously, they're playing a match as well. I mean, there's 16 matches on the golf course. So then my opponent goes after they clear the fairway. We drive up there. We cannot find my golf ball. It was right down the middle of the fairway. Cannot find it. So my opponent's like, well, should we go ask them if they saw it? And by that time, they're already teed off the next hole. You know, the rules have changed in the last couple of years with finding a lost ball. They used to
Right.
give you 5 minutes. Now they give you
Right.
3 minutes.
Yep.
I mean, I tell you what, either no one watched the clock when it was 5 minutes, but 3 minutes goes by like
Oh yeah.
it
So
goes
when does
by
the timer
so fast.
start? When you get to the
start
point?
looking, technically, is
Okay.
when it would start.
Not from the time that you start
It's,
walking.
it's
down.
very gray.
It's very
Right.
great, but I'm telling you that the rules officials are out there. They start the stopwatch.
Right.
They are looking at it. It goes very, very quickly.
Yeah.
So we just couldn't figure out what would happen. A long story short, I had to go back to the tee and play it as a lost ball. So then I re-tee. Right, my opponent makes 6 on the hole. That was good enough to win. that
Par
hole.
what?
The par is 4.
It's
He
4.
makes up because he hit it in the shit also.
Right.
Right. So he makes 6. I never find it. Fast forward 6 holes later, we catch up to the group in front of us, right? And I said, "Hey guys, you know that hole we hit into you on? Did you happen to like see my ball or like hear it land or something like that?" Well, they had no idea what we were talking about.
Don't say the name.
I won't.
Yeah.
And one of the
Or you could.
professionals goes to his golf cart and throws my golf ball back to me. And I catch it. And he's like, "I'm
What?
so sorry, dude." I'm like, "Well."
This is
I was
during
shocked.
a
Well, really, I
tournament.
was really surprised. So I didn't know how to react. And I'm like, "Well, where was it?" He was like, "Right in the middle of the fairway." I'm like, "Okay, well, why are we picking up golf balls?" I mean, it says "bus" on the side of it. I mean, like, you know, and somebody that
Very
I know,
identifiable.
somebody that I know, we're playing behind him. I mean, at that point, nothing can be done. But that's something that's never happened to me.
I
in a
think he
match.
should be kicked out of the PGA.
Well,
I mean, very surprised.
that's a tough spot. First off, listen, he should know. He's a very respected guy, good player. I don't know him well. Bus knows him a little bit more than I do.
Was it Harris English?
It wasn't. No,
It was Harris.
It's very
English.
surprising. It's almost like he just like lost his head because he's a very smart kid.
Yep,
Very good,
yep.
very good player too. Works
Very
at a
good.
very, very pristine country club in the Dallas-Fort Worth
So
area.
Jordan Spieth picked up your
So,
ball.
He did that also. He
Wow.
had Bus hit 2 balls out there.
No,
But the bottom line is you got to know. Listen, don't pick up golf balls.
Just-
Like, if it's not yours,
Especially
If
in
it's not
tournament
your-
play.
especially
Walk
in
slow and tell
tournament
them no.
play.
Like
I
even
mean,
I
you
know
said
that, and
there's
I'm an
no-
idiot.
walk slow and tell them no. I mean, you see a golf ball that's not yours. You don't need golf balls. You get them for free. Why are you picking up a golf ball?
And to be
I mean,
honest
it's real
with you,
simple.
initially when we just determined that we can't find it, I have to go back, and that was
Right.
tough. I mean, I did lose the hole, and I knew I hit it right down the middle. It's not like a hole where it's going to go anyplace else, you know. And then I will say that I was able to get over it for those 6 holes, but as soon as I heard he threw it back to me and he picked it up. It just set me off again.
Like, why would you?
Inside, I'm like,
okay, let's
wow.
put ourselves in that position. Number one, none of us would pick up a ball. And I don't know who he was.
Well,
Fine.
you would.
No, I would
you
not.
Need golf
I know
balls.
better.
You lose enough. You gonna
I
pick
have a
up every
supplier of golf
Talking
balls.
about
I have a golf sponsor.
In an event.
In an event, I would never pick up a ball. Number two, if I did, and then I realized the error of my ways, I would probably just conceal the fact that I screwed up so bad and not give the ball back to the person who
That's an interesting point because I was
just
talking to my opponent and then you later. I was thinking, if I didn't know the rest of the day, I would have felt better inside.
Yeah, exactly.
Or now that I knew he picked it up, that
exactly
made me feel worse.
No, the weird part is like why is he picking it up? Like that's the weird part. It's like, dude.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like I don't get that's the point that I just don't.
Even I don't get that.
So there's something I've had a lot of golf experiences. I've had a lot of matches. we don't play match play as frequently as we play stroke play.
Right.
The rules are different.
But why is he picking up? Like, does he need to give it to
Never
like his shag bag or
has had
something?
that
Like,
happen.
that was so weird. That was so weird.
Very
like,
strange.
like, dude, why you? Listen,
I don't get that.
Don't pick up a golf. Like, I don't pick up golf balls no matter where I'm at.
That's right.
Especially in a tournament. Like,
You
you
don't.
just don't know. Like, you just don't know.
Don't know.
And listen, let's just chalk it up. People don't realize when you lose, like he lost that hole, and people don't really think, people say, it's just one lost hole. It changes your mindset. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Sure.
It changes the mentality of what you're doing.
Well, especially since he made 6. See, my opponent made 6. Now, if he makes birdie or he makes a par, it's a little bit easier to stomach. But I mean, like, gosh, like I'm lying 1, and I have 130 yards into a par 4, and I think I could make better than 6.
It's not match play; it's stroke play, right? So the whole
no,
mindset,
it's not stroke. It is match play.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's not stroke play; it's match play.
Yeah.
So the mindset is completely different.
So different. That was too bad.
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate. It's like I said, my like astonishment is like, why are you picking up a golf ball in the middle of a golf tournament that's not yours? Like that makes no sense.
It was a little strange. I mean, that's never happened to me before. So
yeah, that is unfortunate. Bus and Bus handled it obviously with the class
handled it better
that he
than I
has
would
and-
have.
Yeah, way better.
I know. I actually, after talking to a couple of my fellow professionionals, I realized I probably could have handled it a lot worse. Because I think I was just so surprised. I just I was just wondering if did you guys hear it land, or did you happen to see it, or did it bounce? I mean, the run out on that hole is like 340. Did it like somehow get? But then when he goes over there and tosses it, I was just like, oh,
wow. Like I said, I'd have just kept it. I'd have just not even said a word.
To redo that one.
Hey man, you should have told him, man. I grew up in. I went to Brookhaven.
Yeah, that's right. That's what you would have told him.
Oh man,
I played Brookhaven before.
Well,
I love Brookhaven.
No, I went to Brookhaven,
the high school in Columbus.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
Hey, that would have been his. That would have been his last day, whatever he worked. If that was me,
Johnny would have put out a hit on him.
He wouldn't. Man, he would have had a club foot.
What club would it have been? Like a 6-iron foot?
Listen,
Don't mess with other
2-iron foot.
I tell you, man, just don't get me.
Hey, that brings up a good hypothetical. We need to get Colby Sapp involved in this. If you had to have a golf club for a foot, which club would it be? You going driver? You going 7-iron? Because that's more versatile.
You go putter. It's
got to be a putter.
Putter has more flatness to the turf.
Really? Over like a hybrid?
I think it'd be hard to walk on a hybrid. It'd be like walking with a broken shoe.
But the driver, especially if you go Big Bertha,
too much.
It's more surface area.
It's too much.
Too much.
What
do you think a shoe would look like? If you're trying to match tennis shoes on each foot.
I don't know.
Well, speaking of that, we better call Mills.
Yeah,
we're not done yet.
We're not.
No. Oh, we got a couple more.
Yeah, I have a couple of anecdotes for you guys. Since you liked my anecdote last week so well,
let's do it.
They're really just jokes.
So the moral of the story for people listening about is don't pick up a lost ball while it is still rolling.
Especially wait, it was rolling?
No, that's my
just don't pick up a ball.
That's my little joke.
Unless it's in your bed.
Now, unless you hit me, I'm gonna pick it up. But I'm gonna throw it back at you.
That's fine as long as we can replace it. We see in that situation, we'd have still known where it was. So
I just don't get. I don't get it. Like
gone.
Yeah, that's. Wow.
I mean, what's so silly about it, my competitor even suggested, should we go up there and ask them if they took it? And I said no, because there's no way a golf pro is picking up a golf ball in a golf tournament.
Crazy.
I mean, I'm like, no, we're not driving up there and asking.
I think you should be a member at that place. I think they should give you an honorary membership just because it.
So, boys, a guy on vacation finishes his round. He goes into the clubhouse. The head pro there says, "Did you have a good time out there?" The man replied, "Yeah, it was a great day. Thanks a lot." The pro says, "You're welcome. By the way, how did you find the greens? The man said, easy. I just walked to the end of the fairways, and there they were.
I got it. I just got it. Just took a couple seconds. I thought you'd get it faster than I got it. I was more surprised that the golf professional was there to talk to somebody after they played their round. Most of the golf professionals
not
are leaving
at
at 2:30. No, not there. I'm talking about like at private clubs.
Of course.
Yeah, most of the time you ask for the golf pro, like, oh, we haven't seen him. He's having lunch somewhere.
After a really bad round, a golfer spotted a lake on the property as he walked despondently up the 18th. He looked at his caddy. He said, I played so terrible all day. I think I'm going to drown myself in that lake. The caddy said, I'm not sure you could keep your head down that long.
Another one on fire. I was thinking, how do you walk up a fairway despondently? That's what I was picturing. What does that look like?
Your head down, dragging their bag.
Like? Okay, just disheveled.
This is
disheveled.
Yeah,
is disheveled. Use there?
Oh, that means you're naked.
Looking disheveled.
Can I go to a bathroom break?
Well, it's time to call Mills now. Those are the only two I had.
Oh, that's it?
I guess that's it.
I like both of those.
You do?
I did.
I thought they were good. Yeah. I'm getting a lot of crap
right,
about those, but
all right. Well,
damn, Gina. It's a tough crowd tonight for sure.
you ain't been into character the last couple of weeks. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I thought I have. Thought I've been fine. I thought I've been just fine.
Mills.
There he is.
Where's Mills? Where's Mills? Where's Mills?
Hello, Mills. Welcome to the show.
Well, no, hold on, Mills. We're going to get this started off right. How you feeling?
Well, considering I can form a sentence, better than last week.
That's important. Very, very.
What do you mean last week? Were you on the show last week?
Do you remember being on the show?
I was told. No, I don't remember, but I was told that because a lot of guys at the club listen to your show now and they said, how many beers did you freaking have? No.
You might have did some gummies like all those boys up there.
Oh, no, there it is, Ohio.
Yeah.
I don't do that stuff.
Oh, you don't?
I'm a pure innocent individual.
Well, you know, we got a very rare occurrence. We got you on the show 2 weeks, and we got Bus on the show 2 weeks
in a row.
So in a row. I don't know what the hell's going
on the show 2 weeks.
I don't know.
Feeling all right? Or?
We got to pay him.
He might have lost his job. He's got extra time right now.
What's going on? What'd you shoot today, Mills? I know you had a game today.
I don't want to talk about golf. I got more important stuff to talk about.
All right, what are we gonna talk about, Mills? Come right. Give me something.
What did I do? Golf today. I got done playing golf today, and I had to drink Blue Moons out of a can because they didn't have bottles.
Oh, you're gonna resign?
I've never seen canned Blue Moon.
I know.
I thought they had this shit figured out for you. Like what? That's why the only reason why you joined.
Well, I know, but they're having a hard time getting bottles. I don't know what to do. I'm decided.
Well, why don't you just go to Premium Beverage Supply, Dale Cox, and just go ahead and buy like 7 cases and put it in their cooler, and say you just have to pay a cork fee or something.
Well, I like that idea. Actually.
Yeah, I do too. That. Yeah, I do too. Right. So go on.
And the other thing is, we had 4 guys today. Usually we have like 12 or 16.
You had 4?
We had 4.
You can't make any money with 4. You can't make any money with 4 guys.
I know. We had a bunch of guys like they're having like rotator cuff surgeries and knee surgeries. Ugh. And I keep trying to explain to guys, look, you drink 12 Blue Moons, smoke 2 packs of Newport. That shit doesn't happen to you.
Yeah. You're able to fend off all the ailments.
Exactly. It's just not that hard.
Hey, listen, you are a sanctity of health for sure, Mills.
Well, I know.
I mean,
I set a good example for these guys, and they just don't follow.
Why don't you just? You should just write the whole rule book of at York CC or GC. Yes. Is it GC or CC?
I don't know.
You know, I would have a petition first off. Why is there only 4 guys playing with you? I think they're scared. You beat them up all summer. You got to let them breathe a little bit.
Well, I know we do everything Venmo, and now Venmo, they don't have enough like for $1 billion in your account, so they got to shut down the system to add more digits to the balance. It's just crazy.
Like you getting too much thrown in there, man, they're going to start charging you taxes, Mills.
Yeah, well. But I know I'll be broke when you get to town.
You need to save that candy up when I get down. You know I get in that
Well,
pocket.
I know. Well, no, it's going to happen because you'll be here in 2 weeks.
Jesus.
How was DBD? How was DBD today?
He shot 73, played like an idiot.
And he was so pissed off. Just,
Oh, he
I
was.
can't make
Shot
putts.
40. He shot 40 in the front, 33 in the back.
That was a nice comeback.
God, he's
okay. Here's my problem. I got to save money because when you get to town, we play Muirfield Thursday, right?
Yep.
So
Valley
I should
or
be getting
Village?
The Village.
Okay.
Well, you and I are partners. You're not going to be partners in Muirfield.
I don't want to be your partner because I want an individual game.
You want to play with Detling or you want to play with Danny?
I'll take Tommy.
All right. He'll probably take you.
All right. So here's the deal, though. I should be getting 20 from the tip. You'll give me 13, and then you'll make 17 pars and a birdie and beat me.
So you think I only how many shots you need?
Well, I should be getting 20. You'll give me 13. That's the way you set it up that way.
We're not playing from the tips because none of us can play from the tips out there in the fall. I promise you. But we're playing. We're playing there 2 days. We're playing there 2 days. So I'm going to bet you the second day because you're going to be so goddamn worn out playing the first day because we got to walk, Mills.
All right, but speaking of money,
do I need to give you some? Do I need to give you some money?
No, my attorney called me and said, "Hey, your appearance fees from the rough show haven't been showing up."
Well, he didn't send me a contract yet. You got to send me a contract.
Okay.
Contract holdout.
You got your contract holdout.
Okay.
Let me tell you something real quick, Mills.
Tell me, Johnny Gerber.
I don't know what I'm going to tell you, Mills, to be honest with you. I'm just going to tell you I love you.
I want to know.
That's all I'm going to tell you, Mills.
I want to know, Mills. Right. I want to know how many golf balls you've picked up that aren't yours while you've played golf.
Oh, I got a truck full of.
Yeah, exactly.
But not in tournament play, though, right? Just like
say you're playing an old pals match. I mean, are you picking up golf balls out there?
Oh, hell yeah.
There you go. See, that's the problem. I know. I'm saying that's the problem. That's where it stems from.
I got a few acres out here in the woods. And when I get drunk, I figure out, put your right thumb towards the tree.
That's right.
And you'll smoke it.
See, it's a bigger problem than I think
Mills got more issues than Sports Illustrated.
Apparently.
Yeah. How many blue moons you in tonight, Mills?
I'm not even in the double digits yet.
Oh, you're not?
No.
Well, then that's why. How many heaters?
I'm double digits plus there.
Well, we were just talking about the Las Vegas Invitational or the Shriners. What do you think about the tournament this week? Or do you even know or give a shit where they're playing this week?
No.
Well, it is in Vegas.
It is in Vegas. That's why I said Vegas. It's in Vegas, Mills. You're a gambler?
No, if I've had horses, I'm drinking blue moons at my house. Online.
Or you're online?
Yep.
Why ain't you betting
who'd you take this week, Gerber?
I lost.
What?
I lost yesterday. I lost.
I thought he was asking who you
again.
Oh, this week? Oh, in the golf bets?
He's got Abraham.
I took Abraham Answer, Sung J M, Joaquin Neiman, and my ham sandwich was Maverick McNeely. What do you think about that, Mills?
John Daly.
I think you're an idiot.
I don't know if Mills would know. I don't think he could pick any of those guys out of a lineup.
Can you spell any of those names? You might be able to spell I-M, because that's just like two. It's like two, but other than that.
Hey, Bus, don't forget you and I are partners at Pebble this year.
Yeah, that's right. We're Pebble. Well, I don't know how we're going to get there. How are we going to get there? We're going to go check in, and we're going to give us our name. They're going to be like, who are you guys? Oh, we were with John Gerber. Oh, if he's not here, you guys are out.
He'll be here shortly.
Johnny's mad that I want to take a different flight than he does.
No, you're not. I'm not mad. That's just not happening. I mean, it's not happening. The itinerary is the itinerary.
All right, I'm flying into Monterey. You fly wherever you want.
Okay, you fly wherever you want to. You play the tournament wherever you want to. Also, Mills, you go ahead and do that. You just
all right. You pay for your own way to Pebble Beach, then.
That's fine.
Ooh. Now we're stirring it.
So you say you don't think I can do that, Mills? I got one phone call to make. I'll call Robbie. Robbie, you could be Robbie's partner. Well, I know you're drunk now, Mills, because you're talking shit. So you better get some. You better get some sleep.
All right, man. Love you guys.
I love you, Mills. I'll see you in 10 days.
All right, man. Love you.
Love
Bye.
you, Mills. Bye-bye.
Thanks, Mills. We'll see you.
Bye.
That was the great. The great.
Where's Mills? Where's Mills?
It's always fun to have the Mills on, boys.
There's no one better than that guy. I tell you what.
It is a pleasure each week when he pops on.
He's Christmas.
We need to give a special thank you to the Highlands Performance Golf Center in Carrollton, Texas, hpgc.com, North Dallas's premier golf practice facility with 65 grass tees covered in heated tees. It's the best place to practice your golf game year-round. Make sure you take advantage of that new indoor putting studio, the state-of-the-art, greatest technology that exists to help your putting game. They've got breaks in there on the not false surface. I'll say artificial surface.
Yes, that's correct.
Not a false surface, because it is a surface. As we lost Johnny. I guess that's it. And also a special thanks to to betus.com. Make sure you go to betus.com, use the promo code DSP125 for a cash bonus, or DSP200 for your crypto bonus. If you're a crypto dude and you like to bet with crypto, I don't really know what that means, but apparently it's a thing.
I'm not down with that.
I don't know. I can't hold it in my hand, so I don't think it's real.
It doesn't seem.
I don't understand what it means. I need to buy crypto coins, I think, or something like that, so that I know that it's a real thing. But you guys go check out those two wonderful sponsors of ours. Until next week, live from Tailgaters here in Plano, I'm Andy Cartim. That's Ian Poulter. That's Shane Lowry.
Shane Lowry out.
We'll do it next week. We'll see you.
Today's episode is brought to you by the Highlands Performance Golf Center, North Dallas's premier golf practice facility with over 65 grass tees, 2 practice putting surfaces, a short game area, and an 18-hole mini golf course. With covered and heated tees, it's the best place to practice your game year-round. The Highlands Performance Golf Center is located in Carrollton on Trinity Mills, in between Marsh and Midway. Give them a call at 972-733-4111 or check them out on the web at highlandspgc.com.